What a close game. And I got to tell you what, I was nervous as a mug. With that said, we won in overtime in a game that I don't think anybody thought would be close. It was close. I was nervous. Famous Jameis, 366 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. DJ Reed hurt us. He was getting cooked all game long. And I thought he'd come back. He obviously, he's got the rust there. Hopefully he can play better on Thanksgiving. But woof, that was tough. Matter of fact, the secondary got destroyed by Famous Jameis. Did. Okay. Lions did pretty good stopping the run. 62 rushing yards for Tracy. They did phenomenal there. Wan'Dale Robinson, he got 156 passing yards receiving from Famous Jameis. The defense was a problem. And you know what? Before we get into the negative, so let's do the positive stuff. Let's do the positive because we won, right? Jared Goff, 279 yards, 28-42, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. I thought he played is about as best as he could play. The problem here is, and I'll get to your super chat in a minute, $2 super chat from the Fish Moore. It says, "Where's Hutch? I found him. Go Blue." Thank you for that super chat. It was the offensive line. They have some issues. But Jared Goff, he did a much better job this game than he did last week. And again, the pass rush of the Giants is great. The team's not, but the pass rush is great. But the MVP, before I'm even going to mention the name, everybody in the comments right now, who is the MVP of this game? I think we all know who it's going to be. Okay? But I want to see what you guys say. Jahmyr Gibbs, 219 yards rushing, 15 carries, 2 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs is the MVP of this game. Gibbs won this game in overtime. He ran it all the way for the touchdown. He has been absolutely ludicrous on steroids as of late on offense. He has just taken his game to the next level. Jahmyr Gibbs, absolutely stunning what he's doing. Okay. And if it wasn't for the Lions' record, if the Lions were, if we had more wins, he could be up there for Offensive Player of the Year right now. But yeah, with the Lions, right now we're 7-4, but he really should be. He is becoming the biggest weapon on this team, and it's not even close. He is a monster. Now, when it comes to Brad Holmes, and a lot of people say, "Oh, I get it. He's made mistakes." And I will be the first one to rip on the lack of trade deadline. I'll talk about that, right? I talk about that type of stuff. But in the draft, he can draft. Everybody ripped on him for Jahmyr Gibbs, Jack Campbell, Sam Laporta, and Brian Branch. Everybody did. Well, not Brian Branch, but everybody did for the other ones. So we can't forget he was correct. And without Gibbs, we are not this team. I'm going to say this right now. If we do not have Jahmyr Gibbs, we are not 7-4. Gibbs has done the offense the whole year. St. Brown, 9 receptions for 149 yards, 1 touchdown. Mixed bag for St. Brown. And I'm going to go negative first, then I'll go positive. He's got to catch the football, and that goes for all the receivers. J-Mo, 2 drops today. St. Brown, 2 drops. We had a total of 5 drops in today's game. That is inexcusable if you're trying to win a Super Bowl. You have to catch the football. He put up a lot of yards, and I'm happy about that. But he's in a funk right now, and he has got to get that funk away. I don't know if he's got to catch 207 passes before practice, but clearly he has got to get better. But, 149 yards. He helped win this game, clearly. Jack Campbell with 11 tackles. 11 tackles. Unbelievable. 11 tackles. This guy has been on fire. He's had a breakout year. Jack Campbell is really accelerating his game. Really is accelerating his game. The defensive line, in my opinion, was cheeks all the way till halfway through the fourth quarter. They were not doing good. Then the fourth quarter hit, and they were playing a lot better. And obviously with Aiden Clutchinson making the play of the game on fourth down, they're only, 30 yards away from tying the game and us being tied. And he gets the sack on that is exactly why you paid him. Is for that play right there. That play is the difference between winning a game and losing a game. That is the difference. So, love what I'm seeing right there from him making that play, because obviously the defensive line struggled through three-fourths of the game. And yeah. And I got to say this. So give me your MVP in the chat. Who do you got as MVP? Again, put zeros if you want to go with Gibbs. That's what I would go with. 0-0, right? I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs is on fire. Just absolutely stunning. But the defense has got to get better. I don't know what happened in this game, but DJ Reed, the secondary has got to do a better job, and I don't know what happened. It's weird. Maybe it's just a weird game where it's just one of those where they play bad for a little bit, but it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not the real thing. To be honest with you, the Lions secondary has been really good this year. So I'm gonna kind of throw this off to just being an off game. But if the secondary gets blown up next week, clearly it's not an off game, right? So the offense is a little bit off. And I know we won this game and everything is great. We love wins. If wins is great. But we got a game on Thursday too. And we need this offensive line to play better. We need these receivers to catch the football. We need to play better as a team. We got the biggest game going against the Packers on Thanksgiving. You got to win that game. If you want to make it to the playoffs, you have to win that game. And look, the Green Bay Packers won today. The Bears won today. Now the Vikings are done. Their season's over. But that's what happened. So the Lions, they got to win. I do think not having Sam Laporta clearly hurts the Lions offense a little bit. They got to figure it out. But Brock Wright had a pretty good game, and I do like Brock Wright. Let's give Brock Wright some love. The unknown guy, right? That come in here, and now he's our number one tight end. And he actually did pretty decent. 3 for 29, 9.7 average. Obviously, he's not Sam Laporta. But, I mean, given the circumstances, it is right there, right? He did about as best a job as he can do at the tight end position. We'll see what the Lions continue to do. You know what I really would like is if the Commanders released Zach Ertz. Their season's over. Have him come to Detroit. Come back to Detroit. Release him. Let him come to a team to help us out. Bates, yes, Jake Bates, Master Jake Bates, is awesome. Awesome. That is right. Kicking the 59-yard field goal to set us to overtime was huge. And it was a good kick, too. It was pretty much down the middle. Big leg. Got it done. Great job. Let's give credit to special teams. I always rip on the special teams. I think I've been ripping on them all year. This is the best special teams that we've seen to date, in my opinion. And that's important. Special teams is important. You got to have field position. You got to be able to dictate the field. And so it's good to see that the special teams had a really good game today, because it's been bad. Now, Khalif Raymond got injured with an ankle. Prayers up to him. He's been banged up all year long, and I got to keep it a buck. This is probably his last year in Detroit, because Dominic Lovett will come in here. But he'll be good to go, hopefully, right? It's not a severe injury. Yep, Brock Wright, slow and steady. It's exactly what he is. There's a lot of concern still with this team. I want you guys to understand this. There's a lot of concerns still with this team. Give me your biggest concern in the comments. Mine is talent on the offensive line and the defensive line. I believe we have a lack of talent on the offensive line, on the interior, and we need another pass rusher, but we just don't have that, right? Unless we are picking somebody up off the waiver wire of that nature, that is the problem here. That is the problem. And the discipline. Let's talk about discipline. Let's talk about discipline. The discipline's got to improve. It has got to improve. Has to improve. Okay? So, if you want to win games, we can't be headhunting. That's what Brian Branch did there. We can't be doing stupid mistakes. Okay? Yeah, KU Sika was trash today. But we got to be better. Like, Lions players. One specific big-time player on this team listens to the show. Watch the football come into your hands. Just watch it come into your hands. Be good, man. Slow it down. Watch the football come in your hands. Maybe I should get Herm on here and talk about it. The wide receiver of catching footballs. Right? They got to catch the footballs. So, just be patient. Be patient, guys. Be patient. J-Mo, I love you, dog. Be patient. I know it's a hard catch. You can do it. St. Brown. I don't know what's going on with you. Be good. Just get up in there. Get up in there. Great end result of a win, but still a lot of issues with this football team. But the Lions are alive for the playoffs. 7 wins. We win Thursday. That's the game. Thursday is the game. We have to win that game. So, we'll see how it does, but thanks for hanging out for the show. With that said, folks,